One of the most important or maybe preliminary international standard available to all of us as business professionals is ISO 9001, which is about quality management system. You are essentially looking at setting up a management system to ensure the quality of the output that is being produced in an organization. So, right from the time that you have gathered the customer requirement, to the subsequent processes which enable the final provisioning of product or service to the customer, this is the preliminary focus of ISO 9001. So, right from the time when you've gathered your customer requirements, so your sales processes maybe, and you've had some kind of contract that you've put together कि मुझे अपने कस्टमर को ये प्रोवाइड करना है, and then there has to be a final traceability between what was contracted and what was finally delivered. Much like all ISO standards, ISO 9001 is also based on clauses. So you have clauses running from 1 through 10, similar clause structure wherein one is talking about scope, 2 is talking about normative references, 3 talking about terms and definitions, 4 talking about organization and its context, 5 talking about leadership, etc. So हर ISO standard की तरह ISO 9001 का भी structure is absolutely in keeping with what the other ISO standards are doing. Basic जो principles हैं, if I were to talk about a few basic principles, एक basic thought जो पूरा guide करता है the entire ISO 9001 implementation is the thought of Sir Deming का PDCA. Sir Edward Deming gave the world a thought that Sir Edward Deming का एक basic thought था which is referred to as PDCA. The thought is very straightforward. The idea is plan, do, check, act. आपको जो भी करना है as an organization, उसका plan होना चाहिए. Ensure that there is objective evidence of the plan. Now you got to ensure that everything that you've planned is done absolutely the same way. So you must do as per the plan, and there must be objective evidence so that there is verifiability in the system. Once you've done, put together processes to check if everything has been done as per the plan. Again, objective evidence होना चाहिए. Ensure that you act if you see any variation. अगर कुछ variability दिख रही है, variation दो fold में, either you've done something which was not as per the plan, fix it. If you, while you were doing it, while you were checking, you found that there is some improvement opportunity, you must act, make changes to the plan, continue the cycle. Plan, do, check, act, improve if necessary, go back to the same cycle again and again. दुनिया का सबसे स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड प्रिंसिपल है, जो करना है must have a plan. Everything must be done as per the plan. Check, put together audit mechanism, put together monitoring systems, put together certain structures to verify if everything has been done as per the plan. please act should you find some variation, should you find some improvement opportunity. पूरा ISO 9001 का framework is based on this thought, which is referred to as process approach. Process approach को मैं in a sublime form I am calling it PDCA. Obviously there would be a lot of other elements also जो ISO mandate करता है, but PDCA will be good enough. एक और जो change आया in the ISO system was the risk-based thinking. पुराने ISO processes में there was a thought around preventive action. एक thought हमेशा से exist करती है around corrective action. दुर्घटना हो गई, आग लग गया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, so processes that you've put together to ensure कि दोबारा आग न लगे, corrective action. पहले ही पूर्वानुमान लगा लिया, why could the fire happen? You are putting together assurance processes जिससे आग लगने की आशंका खत्म कर दी जाए, preventive action. This preventive action is now being replaced by risk-based thinking. Thought बहुत straightforward है. If you understand risk as a frame, you are essentially looking at potential failure modes. You are thinking about what may go wrong and you are building controls such that the failure or the impact of the failure could be reduced. For example, I feel that as an organization, my system may end up creating defects. Why? Because of poor skill of people. So what do? You put together stringent training processes. You put together very stringent sign-off processes. कोई भी नया employee, before he hits the floor, I have a very stringent sign-off process. Employee को motivate करने के लिए कुछ rewards and recognitions आप introduce कर रखे हैं, etc. etc. So you are doing what? You are identifying what may go wrong. उसको फिक्स करने के लिए मैंने क्या किया? मैंने उसका रूट कॉज ढूंढा. रूट कॉज के लिए मैंने कंट्रोल मैकेनिज्म्स ढूंढे. सो आईएसओ नया, अब तो नया बोलना भी नहीं चाहिए, काफी पुराना हो गया. सो आईएसओ का जो स्ट्रक्चर आया, आईएसओ के स्ट्रक्चर में रिस्क बेस्ड थिंकिंग इज अ वेलकम इंक्लूजन. पहले हम प्रिवेंटिव एक्शन के टर्म्स में ये सोचते थे, अब ये रिस्क बेस्ड थिंकिंग है. एंड फॉर प्रैक्टिशनर्स लाइक मी, वी आर एसेंशियली सेइंग some mechanism like a failure mode effect analysis will have to be put in place to be able to ensure that you identify भसड़ कहाँ हो सकती है, and then you are putting together some mechanism to ensure that या तो वो भसड़ हम eradicate कर दें या उसके impact को हम reduce कर दें. Let's meet in the next video and continue from here. Thank you.